Alright guys, welcome back, and it is time for the PvP. So we'll just quick join a 1v1 now. Shouldn't take very long at all, like I said. Deck is still set up exactly the same. This is my third battle. Going against Matthew Lotus Shard. Not too worried. Seems like a pretty easygoing match so far. Well, figuring it hasn't started yet. Just with mutes and him being a private, I'm not too worried, especially me going first. So let's check and see what school he is. He is a balance. Low level balance, I'm really not all that scared of. It doesn't really bother me that much. Basically, I'm just going to load up on my blades and traps, and then I'm going to hit him, see if I can do that 1,100 damage straight off. For now, I'll just hit with a one shot. Now with balance, they really don't have, they're not too scary in PvP until they get their Mandarin minion. That's about the only thing that at low levels can do is the shield. I don't have shatter in, so I am just going to have to one-shot that off. But yeah, they're not that scary down here at low level. I mean, they could always pack a judgment in their TCs. I could do the same. Depends if they get power pips and make the difference that makes theirs stronger than mine would be a power pip. But yeah, so it's they really don't scare me, especially if I'm going first. They're really not that big of a deal to me. I have lost to balances. I have lost on mutes from going first. So this match could go either way, but at the moment I'm really not all that worried. So tips on low level PvP, especially if you're going first, be on the offensive, because the more you can keep your opponent on the defense, the better off you will be. If they're constantly trying to look for heals, and let's say that their heals don't come up in their hands, that means they have to delete cards to make sure that those heals do appear. Them deleting cards, their cards get low. Now, that's why I keep my reshuffles, just in case I do get on that defensive and start having to delete to find heals. I do have that extra reshuffle, plus with me being as low level as I am, my deck is very small. So reshuffles are a must. If you are looking for reshuffles because you do not have it trained, look in the library right there in Wizard City. They have 3-pip reshuffles. Can't do much. I'll just delete that freeze and I'll draw again. Then I'll go ahead. I'll wait to use that Iceberg until he throws on another elemental shield. Ooh, he packed TC Sandstorm. Unless that's trained, which means he would be level 20, but I really doubt he's that high. So my health is getting somewhat kind of low, so I'll just throw a Pixie. Gets rid of some pips, gives me some health. Pushes my health back up to where his is at. But low level PvP, it's not that hard. It gets really predictable. Storms, they like to carry Triton and Storm Zealous. And then, let's see, Myth. Minotaur is a big thing for them. It's only 5 pips, I believe. So you gotta watch for Minotaur as well. Just pass. And yeah, low level is pretty predictable. Me, I could be predictable, but most of the time I'm not too bad, just because my deck setup changes. Probably within every 3 to 4 battles, I'll change my TC deck setup. My base deck pretty much stays the same, just at the low level, you only have so many cards. So I try to keep it about the same. Now that I sit here and think about it, I do believe that I have a training point and a spell to go learn over in Ravenwood. So maybe after this battle, I will run out and grab one of those life spells and my ice spell. I do not use Monstrous usually with this small of a deck. It's not something I'm too awful worried about. I play smart. Don't really need Monstrous unless I really have to pack a punch, but at the low level that I'm at, my attacks do pretty well just based on their own. So, like I said, not too awful worried about that. When I start gaining more levels, I will get a little more iffy and worried about it. But for now, I'm pretty set with where I'm at. So yeah, there's not a whole lot to low level PvP. There are some things, but it's not really that difficult. That's why you see so many level 5s to level 20s, all warlords just sitting in the arenas, because It's a very, very, very easy level to PvP at, as long as your thought processing is on what your opponent is going to do next. That and having skills. Skills does play into it, kinda. Something I do want to address, as you guys can see, I do use TCs. There's a lot of people here at low level that will call you cheap for using TCs. I want to get one thing clear with you guys. The only reason low level wizards become Warlord and Commander is because of low level TCs. I mean, if my Storm, I used to have a Storm, I got him up to Commander. The only reason I did that, Storm's health is so low. The only reason I did that is because I carried Triton with me. And Triton is very, very powerful at really low level PvP. It is a massive help just because of the base damage that it does. So, TCs are very helpful. They are not a cheap way, it's playing smart. When you are this low level, your attacks aren't going to do very much at all. Health can get real high like mine, I have 1,000. So if I'm sitting here looking at it, I would have to hit myself with, I think, 6 or 7 serpents to take my health fully down, and that's without counting my resist. So, just a heads up to all you guys who think TCs are a cheap way to win a low-level PvP. They really are not. They are a very smart tactical strategy to use in low-level PvP. Just wanted to make that clear. It doesn't make the person using TCs bad. Doesn't make no sense. It's just at this level, TCs are what you need to win. Pets do help as well, like mine. I've got massive resist. Some people go with heals plus resist. This is just a really good tanking pet. Once I get commander gear, I did the math. For ice, fire, and death, I'm going to have 70 resist. I could do that at level 10, have 70 resist to those 3 schools, and then 55 resist to the rest of them, if I wear this pet with full commander gear. So, just a couple things out of my mind to go along with you guys. It's really not something that is really discussed much, but like I said, it's a good strategy. So, we'll see if this finishes him off. I got 2 blades on the trap, and this does really good base damage, so I should have him here. And I do. Good game. And, like always, we'll read his stats. He was level 16, only had 8 resist to balance, 15% power pip chance. Wasn't too hard of one, but that does throw me up even higher in the rankings. Still Corporal, 3-0. Rating is 548. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. I will see you guys in the next one.